Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from.
What's the deal? You already know it is the big boss hog, boss dog, cake poke through the door. Here to talk this boxing, forget about soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last, good people do. Don't knock yourself, caught him in the foul line. Remember, you met a peak game, 84s on one swing. You're on his way to the gym. Y'all know me, I'm always putting in work. Now, let's talk boxing. Errol Spence hints at a return. Let's discuss it. Errol Spence posted on his verified social media page on Instagram that he said almost, and he put, it was on a picture of a big shark, and then he had a smirk, right? Now it's rumored that he gonna come back against Sebastian Fundora, right? Sebastian Fundora is currently but he's currently the WBC champion and WBO champion at 154 pounds. Now, I think there was rumors saying that Errol might not be able to get the WBO championship. Then there's rumors that it was. Now I'm hearing that he can't. I don't know what's going on with the WBO, but it is what it is. All I'm saying at the end of the day is that this shows how Errol Spence is a dog. You know what I'm saying? And Sebastian Fundora is a true champion for giving Errol Spence this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be real. Now, do I think Errol Spence need to take this fight first? No. I think that man need to take a tune-up and then, come back and fight Sebastian Fundora. You know what I'm saying? But we shall see. You know what I'm saying? What Errol Spence and what news, Errol Spence may have for us. When will Errol Spence fight? We don't know. Will it be on the undercard of Tank and Lamar Roach? You know what I mean? I know, I think Jamal Charlo is coming back on that card. So will it be on that card, or will they have a whole separate card? Jamal Charlo hint at a return. So will they do like a double header where they have Errol Spence return and Jamal Charlo return, which will be fire. Have it in Dallas. I'm not gonna be packed out. You know what I'm saying? That might be fire. I don't really fool with Dallas like that, bro. But I'll drive down there for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not really a big fan of Dallas like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no personal issues. It's just I don't really too much like Dallas like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Houston. You know what I mean? I'm from old school Houston. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand the difference, mentality-wise. You know what I'm talking about? But this is big news. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence will be able to come back. It's a lot of questions that we have. What would Errol Spence look like? Obviously Errol Spence believes and knows that, hey, in the Terrence Crawford fight, I wasn't prepared. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's even openly admitted that, on social media when I think a Bud Buddy was like trying to clown him. He was like, oh, you got your A whooped by Terrence Crawford. He was like, yeah, it was well overdue. You know what I'm saying? That's what I respect about Errol. Errol operates as a man first. You know what I mean? At all times, he operates as a man first. And that's what made me respect him as a fighter, because it's just like he operates as a man. He don't be getting all into that facade and doing hoe shit. Like, the man operates as a man first. You know what I'm talking about? That's how he carry himself, and I really respect that about that man. And he ain't running from no smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you sign up in this boxing thing, bro, you can't run for no fades. He don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he take a tough fight after tough fight after tough fight after tough fight after tough fight. Do I agree with it? No. But at the end of the day, hey, the man showing you like, shit, man, I ain't running from nothing. We stand and we face it, and I respect it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I fool with it. You know what I'm saying? That's how a fighter's supposed to be. You know what I mean? You gotta believe in your abilities. You gotta believe in yourself to the point where you like, man, I don't care who I'm in there with, I'm gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? You know, he got one loss. He lost to Terrence Crawford. And he like, man, I lost to Terrence Crawford, who's on the pound-for-pound list. It is what it is. Hey, it happens. Now, hey, this next chapter, I'm finna come back on 10. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. I think Errol Spence done what he did wrong in the Crawford fight. You know, a lot of people, you know, especially the Bud Brothers, were just making like, Crawford is just, he was just leaps and bounds better. Crawford did his homework on Errol. Crawford been studying it. If you pay attention to the fight, everything Errol tried to do, Crawford took it away, and he knew Errol Spence. He knew what Errol was going to do before he even did it. You know, the only way you going to know that is if you do your homework on the fighter. And he did a lot of homework on Errol, and Bo Mack and them did a lot of homework on Errol, you know, and it was a brilliant game plan and brilliant performance. You know what I mean? Made me respect Bo Mack even more, because, you know, I told y'all, I didn't think Bo Mack was coming up with game plans. I thought it was the Mexican dude and, you know, the other dude, you know, but Bo Mack was able to come up with a game plan that was great, and Terrence Crawford executed it to perfection. That was a perfect fight for Terrence Crawford, offensively and defensively. Terrence Crawford, he either own offensively or own defensively. He don't have a fight where he fight perfect offensively and defensively. Look at the Majumar fight. He was getting touched in the Majumar fight, right? So he was getting off offensively, right? But then defensively, he wasn't sharp. You know what I mean? There was a reason why his eyes was closed. Or puff. I won't say they was closed. They was puffy. One of them was closing. You feel what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is to keep it true, keep it 1,000, man. It's like this. Errol Spence, we shall see, you know, what he look like. We shall see, you know, how he gonna be. I think he can pose some issues for Fundora. You know what I mean? But it's a very dangerous fight. It's a very dangerous fight. You know what I'm saying? But I think Errol need to get back with the people that got him to that level. You know, Derek James and Blu-ray. You know what I mean? All them boys that got him to that level, he need to get with them boys and be like, hey, if this gonna be my last fight, I'm gonna go out with a bang. I'm gonna go out with the people that got me here. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't my last fight and I win this fight by domination, then or you know, whatever the case is, then hey, we gonna keep the wheels going. We just gonna keep going. And that's just what it is. You know, I think Errol Spence, man, I think Errol Spence is a good fighter. He gonna be a Hall of Famer one day, bro. Nobody did what he did at 147. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the car accidents and, you know, all of that to fight the championship fights that he fought. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude got to it, bro. You know what I mean? He got to it. Fighting that Sean Porter. Sean Porter was on his A game. Fighting that Sean Porter. Fighting Kell Brook. Fighting your Dennis Ugas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the dude, Lamont Peterson, you know, like, Chris Algieri. You know, I could keep going. You know what I'm talking about? The dude, you know, really grew as a fighter. And when people talk about Errol, they talk about how he's a master of the basics. Like, he do, excuse me, he do basic stuff, but it's masterful. Like, he's mastered that. He ain't doing nothing flashy. You know what I mean? And I've said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Errol ain't gonna throw 5 jabs in a row. Like, you know what I mean? Or throw 3 hooks in a row and then step over and then, like, nah. Errol gonna jab, 2. Jab, body shot, uppercut. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Errol gonna do. But he gonna be fundamentally sound. Like, that's the type of fighter he is. He's basic. When you hear guys talk about Errol, say, hey, I sparred Errol, they like, look, he real basic, but he's very fundamentally sound. You know what I mean? And they talk about how he's mastered the fundamentals and how brilliant he is, his IQ. You know what I mean? It's like he don't do nothing that's just like, oh wow, that was an amazing punch. Like he threw an uppercut across his body and it landed. Like he don't do stuff like that. He just do very basic, simple stuff, but it's effective. And he has high boxing IQ. And he's able to, you know what I mean, break his opponent down. You know what I mean? He's a mastermind at that. You know? So it's intriguing to see, like, you know, this new Errol, you know, is he gonna be able to, you know, do his thing? You know, we don't know who his opponent gonna be. Like I said, Errol may come in there and fight a tune-up. You know what I'm saying? We don't know who Errol fighting. You know, now, like I said, I'm pretty sure a lot of us believe it's gonna be Sebastian Fundora, but hey, you never know. That man may come in there and fight a tune-up, you know what I'm saying? Which I highly recommend, but we shall see. You know, I know Terrence Crawford was rumored to supposed to fight the winner of this fight. Not Madrimov. Fundora and Spence. If Errol wins, that'll possibly bring an Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford too at a newer weight class. You know, we shall see how the fight goes. I mean, am I expecting a difference? I don't know yet. It all depends on how Errol look. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, based off the last fight, it's very plausible that the same thing may happen. But hey, you never know. It's a new weight class. Guys perform differently when they get to new weight classes. You know what I'm saying? You know, some dudes, they be at a smaller weight class. You know, I mean, look at Ray Ford. Ray Ford at 126 beat that Asian guy, and then he fought Nick Ball and he lost, right? He moved up to 30, and then he punished, you know, his opponent. Now, granted, was that like a well-known guy? No, but he looked obviously better and stronger at that higher weight class. You get what I mean? So you just never know how a dude gonna perform. Look at Virgil Ortiz. You know, although he got I feel like he lost a bull chuck, but he looks stronger. You know what I'm saying? So that may be the same thing for Errol. You know, he may be stronger. He may feel more powerful at 154. He may be able to do a little more. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here speculating, saying that, we're going to see a better Errol Spence. It's not what I'm saying. I don't know what we're going to see. But one thing I know, two things for sure, Errol going to step. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss, go.